Oasis Audio presents The Canoe Trip by Gertrude Chandler Warner. Read for you by Tim Gregory. Chapter 1. Angela. One warm spring morning, the four Alden children were outside their home in Greenfield. They loaded 2 tents, 4 backpacks, and a first aid kit into their grandfather's station wagon. Their dog, Watch, woke up from his nap and ran to the car wagging his tail. "No, Watch, I'm afraid you're staying here." 14-year-old Henry Alden patted the dog's soft fur. "We have so much equipment to take, you wouldn't even have room to stretch." "We're not going to have much room either," Henry's 6-year-old brother Benny said as he raced Watch back to the house. Benny wanted to see what the housekeeper, Mrs. McGregor, was putting in the large waterproof pack.
Fresh homemade bread."
Benny sniffed the open bag with delight.
"Are you sure we'll have enough food to last the whole week?"
Benny asked his 2 older sisters, Jessie and Violet. They were carrying a bag of cooking utensils between them.
"Don't worry, Benny,"
his oldest sister Jessie answered. Jessie was 12 and very responsible. 10-year-old Violet added a drawing pad and some pencils to her backpack, which was already in the back of the car.
"I know we shouldn't take too many things on a canoe,"
Violet said apologetically to Henry. "Don't worry, Violet. Your sketch pad hardly weighs anything, and we know how much you like to draw." Henry smiled at his sister. "Are you almost ready?" the children's grandfather asked as he walked out of the house. "I told Aunt Jane we would meet her at Ernie's sporting goods store in Silver Falls at 9 o'clock. I don't want to keep her waiting."
"We're just checking to make sure we haven't forgotten anything," Jessie answered.
Grandfather smiled fondly at his 4 grandchildren. He would miss them while they went canoeing and backpacking for a week with their Aunt Jane, but he wouldn't worry about them. His grandchildren were used to looking after themselves. After their parents died, they had lived on their own in a boxcar until he found them and gave them a home. Mrs. McGregor helped Jessie and Violet put the last bag in the car. Then she waved goodbye. Watch ran from one child to another before he obediently followed Mrs. McGregor back to the house. The Aldens arrived in Silver Falls in plenty of time to meet Aunt Jane. Grandfather parked the station wagon right on bustling Main Street. Silver Falls was an old New England town right next to Elmford, where Aunt Jane lived. Large maple and oak trees shaded the low storefront buildings.
"Look, isn't that Aunt Jane's car?"
Jessie asked, pointing to a blue convertible. "Yes," Grandfather answered. "She must already be in Ernie's store." Ernie's sporting goods store was in a big old sandstone building just off Main Street. The Aldens walked through a room filled with bicycles and fishing poles. They found Ernie setting up a sailboat display in the boat room. "So, today's a big day." Ernie smiled at the children. "Just think, in a few hours you'll all be paddling on Timberwolf Lake." "Not me, I'm afraid," Grandfather answered his good friend. "I'm getting a little too old for long canoe trips. The children are going with their Aunt Jane." "I know. She stopped in the store earlier this morning, but left to pick up something. She said it was a surprise." Ernie winked at the children. "She should be back soon." Ernie had been helping Aunt Jane and the children plan their trip for more than a month now. He had also taken the children out for little canoe trips to give them some lessons. Henry and Jessie had learned very quickly. Aunt Jane was already an experienced canoeist. Ernie advised the Aldens on the sleeping bags, lightweight canoes, life preservers, and paddles they would need to rent for their trip.
"Why do we need 2 canoes?"
Benny asked.
"It's not safe for more than 4 people to be in a canoe,"
Violet answered.
"Whose canoe will I be in?"
Benny wanted to know. "Well, to start, I thought maybe you and Jessie could be in Aunt Jane's canoe," Henry answered. "I'll take Violet in mine. We can always change later in the trip."
Sample complete. Ready to continue?